one being the third of the three people, of the three casters voting for BRU, predicting BRU to win against that of ONIC. So, what do you feel about that?
Oh yeah, honestly, I feel like this is more on 60-40. I really predicted that ONIC Rise would get the victory here on a 60%, and Buriram United Esports on a 40%. Number one is because of the exposure that ONIC Rise got from the recent WCS. They have been, having a lot of strong finishes. But on the other hand, Buriram United Esports, they have been doing a lot of upsets so far in this tournament, Southeast Asia League to be specific. So I can quite surely tell that they have a high chance of overtaking this series as well. But so far, in terms of numbers, in terms of, the progress so far, I feel like ONIC Rise really has an upper hand in this series.
Oh no, yeah, I totally agree with you. But then again, I cannot I cannot dismiss the fact that Buriram United Esports have been showing us quite amazing matches as well. Especially the previous 2 days and earlier. It's quite a surprise to me, at least, that BRU won 2-0 against that of Full Sense. So, while I am predicting that ONIC Rise is going to be winning this one, I am in the position where I'm not quite sure if that's still going to be the case moving forward, mainly because of how great Buriram United Esports surprising everyone really into this tournament.
Oh yeah, for sure. They have been giving everyone a shockwave here, JJ. Just being able to paralyze everyone else with their prowess. And if you're gonna be taking a look at this one, they are actually using the same drafts that they have been doing for the past couple of games. It's very identical. They have Garchomp, they have Bulisi, and Darkrai is actually available. And on the other hand, ONIC will try to maximize the usage of a Psyduck here, given the fact that it was really wide open. No one banned it, to be specific. They are respecting more on the Urshifu that could really blow out a lot of damage for their team. But on the other hand, they don't have a defender on their team, which is quite a concern at my perspective, honestly, because yes, they have damage. They have Miraidon, they have a Leafeon, and they have a Magikarp that they have to babysit into the early stages of the game. So, if you're going to take a look at the composition of BRU, definitely they could just dominate the early game stage.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. Look, man. I like Buriram United Esports' team here. It's so balanced throughout. What do you call this? It's I don't know how to feel about this though. Like, ONIC Rise definitely has more of a sustain, but Buriram United Esports I feel like has more attack prowess, and at the same time has some sort of sustain as well. We have the the frontliner that is the Trevenant, and of course we have some sort of sustain that is very sad with that of the Blissey. So definitely a very balanced out team here. I think they can run the Darkrai here better than what we've seen from earlier. But ONIC Rise here definitely has a lot of back-lane attacker, with only, unfortunately though, only Gyarados being the only one that can go in, unless the fact that they're going to be using Miraidon to go in for Electro Drift and Parabolic Charge, which I don't think is going to be the case here, especially when they already have the Gyarados and they already have the Psyduck. But then again, especially with the Hoopa, with the Rings Unbound, Electro Drift is not going to be that much of a risk in comparison to when not having a Hoopa in your team.
Oh yeah, but I would like to add up here in terms of ONIC Rise that they also have the Psyduck that could actually go for, we've seen a while ago that there's a Psyduck. I cannot recall which team it is, but Psyduck was really being used in order to zone out your opponents with the Surf and the Disable. So that could be Alter Ego. That could be the case as well here for ONIC Rise. That's a great reference, but it's really hard to tell because this Darkrai, or actually the Cerulege later on, could just knock out every single members of ONIC Rise without a question. So the main stopper is going to be the Psyduck, and if that Psyduck gets taken down, it will be difficult for ONIC Rise to bounce back.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. So, right now, what ONIC Rise wants to do here is be able to get in the mid game here, the early game here, so that Buriram United Esports won't be able to, get in some late games. Because again, Garchomp, Cerulege, Actually, not Sarah Ledge. Garchomp in particular is, needs to be babysat here for the early game for Buriram United Esports. So if they can delay, Garchomp, then I think they have a high chance of winning against that of Buriram United Esports. But then again, they also have the Gyarados, which they have to babysit as well. But the effort values though is almost filled up in just 8 minutes and 30. There we go, already Gyarados.
Yeah, that's going to be a big factor here for ONIC Rise in order to dominate the early game, in which that is going to be the advantage for Buriram United Esports. But Rainy D is having a hard time on his own. Ayaka B is not charging in. Surprisingly, that hyperspace hole would be enough for them to retreat back immediately, and that is a total of 2 knockouts from the side of ONIC Rise, making sure that they get the advantage in the early stages.
That's what we're talking about earlier, right? That's what they need to do, and that's what they're doing as well. Get in the early game, make sure that they delay Buriram United Esports so that they won't be able to answer back against them. And look at this though. Only at 8-minute mark did the Gabite evolve into Gabite. And now it's still level 6, but sure, still not gonna be enough though. So Psyduck is gonna be running in Surf and Disable from what we've seen, but going into the top path, Rainy D is gonna be taken out here by that of the Hoopa.
Looking good so far here, but look at this. That's a good wood hammer, but there was not enough response. It was a good, but there's not enough damage dealer on the side of Buriram United Esports, so that's actually very unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't think they needed any attackers there though. The wood hammer is already good for them to get a bit of a space in order to get out, and I think that's already a very good idea, because if they do then attack ONIC Rise, they're just gonna be eaten out there in that team fight, giving ONIC Rise a huge advantage. With that being said though, in just a few seconds, first set of objectives is gonna be coming out.
Coming out here in 2 seconds, but look at this. I love the split here. I love the splitting of task here, but at the same time, Buriram United Esports really wants to prioritize the objective all the way to the bottom path. And this one, the egg bombs would just be a mechanism in order to delay things out. Look at that. That was a beautiful egg bomb, but not going to be quite enough for them to prevent the scores coming in from ONIC Rise. But on the other hand, they got the objective all the way to the bottom path. So right now, they just have to rotate back all the way to the top and potentially contest the Regileg.
Emerald 2 steps going to be popped up as well as Dark Pulse though, but not going to be able to do a lot here. Look at that. Hornley's going to be popped up as well just to push away Illuna, but it's not going to be enough as they are still able to take down that Trevenant and the Darkrai. And now it's going to be a 1-for-1 here, 1v1 instead of the top path, but it's still not going to be, with the Gabite though. Going to try to get in this Regieleki cell. Tries to get out with Bounce, but now we have to remember there's still the Hoopa with the Hyperspace Hole. Might be able to bring up everyone into their team. Now Ear can be able to take down the Blissey. No more sustain here for the side of Buriram United Esports. Alone, they're not going to be able to do anything, but never mind though. There goes Ayaka with that of the Cerulege, going to be able to seal away the Regieleki from that of ONIC Rise. But the thing is, would they be able to survive this match, this team fight though? Yes, they will. Gonna be able to take down the Gyarados, and of course Electro Drift gonna be able to take down the Cerulege as well in the process.
Oh yeah, that was a well-timed Revenant Ran in order for them to secure the objective. Right now, this is going to be difficult once again for Buriram United Esports. The leaders are falling down at the hands of ONIC Rise.
There's going to be another KO, another casualties inside of Buriram United Esports though. See, even when Buriram United Esports was able to take in that off the Regieleki, it still wasn't enough for them to, get back into ONIC Rise. But at least, fortunately for them, they were able to get in that Regi bottom. But then, they're coming up in just a few seconds. Let's find out if they're going to be able to take this one up as well. There we go. Dark Pulse going to be able to take down Illuna in the process.
And that's actually a good knockout here coming inside of Buriram United Esports, knowing that they have to prioritize this Regi objective all the way to the bottom path. But right now, Rings Unbound going to be pop off here.
Yeah, Psyduck is going to be in here as well. Look at that. Disable into Surf. One more. Push him away. Here comes the Wood Hammer into that of the Softboil. Blitz Assistance into Trevenant. Phantom Force is going to be popped out as well. Limited Outrage. There we go. There's going to be 2 down to the side of ONIC Rise. Are they going to be able to take it out though? Yes, they will. Buriram United Esports secures the Regi Eyes for themselves. They're going to be 3 down into the side of ONIC Rise and Buriram United Esports. They're not going to be waiting for Rayquaza. They want to take ONIC Rise right now, this instant.
Oh yeah, for sure. They know they have the big advantage here, so why not make the most out of it? Because The Rayquaza fight is going to be very crucial. It's actually a 50-50 for them. And right now, they just have to take down another goal zone all the way into the top path after securing this Regieleki. But Pupaza, on the other hand, could really see a lot of members here. He does sense it. He has an information. So right now, has to call for backup immediately. And they need that Darkrai in order for them to get an upper hand for making everyone sleep into their hands.
Oh, for sure. But here we go. Pupaza getting isolated, gets the Horn Leash, but it's not going to be enough though. Is it going to be? Yes, it is going to be enough with the Focus Band. Going to be able to survive another day here, but one more mistake, one more overextension, and they're going to get taken out. Look at that though. Not going to be able to hit with the Dragon Plug. Emerald 2 is going to be popped up as well. With that of the Meteor Storm, going to be able to take down Ayaka P. Dragon Current as well. Here comes the follow-up coming in from Hoopa and the bounce. Taking down the Blissey. That's going to retreat into the side of Buriram United Esports. No, make that 4 as Darkrai gets taken out by the Electro Drift and Livid Outrage. Look at this though. The Outrage is not going to be enough. 2v1 taking everyone out in Buriram United Esports. And ONIC Rise is rising up to take down this Regieleki.
Yeah, for sure. And that Dragon Current was really the dictating statement for ONIC Rise for them to bounce back even further, making sure that Dragon's Current would be able to knock up a couple of members at the side of Buriram United Esports and make them get the knockouts and the upper hand into the Regieleki. And right now, this is going to be another casualty at the side of Buriram United Esports. ONIC Rise charging even further all the way into the goal zones of Buriram United Esports.
Yes, sir, man. Cell with the Gyarados is scary, dude. Like parabolic charge, electro jet. Sorry, that's Miraidon. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's Miraidon.
My bad.
You move.
Dude, imagine if Gyarados actually went in for parabolic charge, electro drift. My bad, guys. I meant Bounce and Dragon Current. With that being said, though, Dragon Current is not available for the Ray fight.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a very difficult time here at the side of Buriram United Esports. And just imagine, they only have 49 moves compared to the complete set that ONIC Rise really does have in their favor. So this is going to be very tough for Buriram United Esports. And what they need to do right now is to put everyone into sleep with that Darkrai leading the charge for their team. But the question is, can they avoid this once and for all? This Psyduck is ready to disable even further.
And there you have it. Dragon Card is going to be popped up. Livid Outrage is as well. Rings and Buzz is going to be popping up as well. But Flame Charge not going to allow Ayaka P to go to the other side. Bliss Assistance into that of the Trevenant, into the Wood Hammer. Unfortunately, no response, no follow-up. And there you have it. Off-cam, Ayaka P is going to be taken out as well. No more Reverend Ren in the process, though. And look at this, though. Look at that. Phantom Force is going to be popped up here. AXQ still survives another day, but unfortunately, the Darkrai is going to be able to take them out. And there you have it. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade in favor of no one. Eeyore wants to get away. Here comes the Hyperspace Hole as well. Going to be able to secure some HP for themselves. Cell wants to get away, but they're not going to be able to get away as they are now going down to sleep from the Darkrai. Dark voiding them out. But here you have it. 2v4 is going to be the name of the game here. The Psyduck going to be able to take down that of the Garchomp as well. Iluna is still trying to push them out. Here comes the Surf, but Darkrai is going to be able to secure their Rayquaza over themselves. 30 seconds is going to be up left here for Buriram United Esports to score in. Iluna wants to defend the first tier score goal, wants to remove all those shields, but unfortunately not going to be enough. And that's going to be 100 points here for Buriram United Esports. ONIC Rise still has 16 seconds to score in, but unfortunately not going to be able to do as much as they want to. Ayaka P gonna be stopped down here. Buriram United Esports, they might have been stopped here by ONIC Rise, but they are not gonna be able to stop the Rayquaza buffs for themselves, securing the win once again by the same strategy they did against Full Sense.
It's not just Full Sense, actually. It's about every series that they win here in the league. And might to tell you, I love the concept that ONIC Rise was trying to do a while ago during the Rayquaza fight. They were trying to drag every single members of Buriram United Esports all the way down into the bottom path for them to have a much more farther distance for them to reach the Rayquaza. But
right? It's always a coin flip, it's always a high risk, high reward, but they make it so that there's less risk, but higher reward.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I might tell you that Buriram United Esports lost once, and that was their first game with Paper Rex. And after that, it was just landslide victory coming in from them. They managed to defeat Blacklist International. they defeated Grand Sejong during day number 2, and a while ago they managed to overcome Full Sense as well in a dominating fashion. So it's really hard to break right now. Like, no one can stop the streak yet. Yes, Paper Rex could be there, but they have faced already each other. So there are other teams waiting at the back lane itself. There could be, Alter Ego, there could be Talon. A lot of teams still has potential, but so far I don't see any potential team yet to stop this kind of streak unless there would be a major adjustment that ONIC would do right now.
Yeah, I mean the only thing that I can see for any team to really take down Buriram United Esports, I think like Full Sense was very close into doing that. What they would need to do is take down Buriram United Esports right before the Rayquaza, take the Rayquaza for themselves, or if not, know their targets, right? Know their objectives. Take them out one by one and basically overwhelm them with numbers going into the Rayquaza, because if they are going to be left together or left alive, right, during the Rayquaza, then really any team is going to have a hard time going up against them. And going back into the team competition, though, I think we're going to be seeing more or less the same. Definitely not a Garchomp anymore. We're going to be seeing that of the Garchomp is going to be stolen here by Rice, whereas Buriram United Esports is now going to aim for that of the Zacian instead.
Yeah, and I think when it comes to destroying this strategy, Buriram United Esports, one thing that I could actually notice or I could actually think of is try to engage into a team fight before the final stretch. That's like around 220 seconds. Right? Force them to be like in an edge, like force them to be pinched before the final stretch starts. So if they could do a team wipe, or they could actually go for the team knockout, definitely they could just take the Rayquaza as fast as they can. And some team could actually do that, just like the example of Alter Ego. And Alter Ego is known for being aggressive. So why not we take the aggressive gaming phase for around 230 or 220 of the game and just go for the team knockout?
I think 220 is cutting it a little bit too short. If anything, I think like 215 is the latest. The earliest. The latest be 210. Because, like 15 seconds of a, respawn timer really would do a lot for the team against Buriram United Esports. But then again, Buriram United Esports slowly but surely am becoming a fan of this team. That I can say for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. They have been garnering a lot of fans. Not just us, but every single member, every single viewer is out there, every single fans out there who's watching our live stream. And they really deserve, the energy of the fans. They do. Because just imagine, they have been doing a lot of upsets. Like, let's face it. Like a lot of fans out there were not expecting Buriram United Esports to be this kind of explosive. Yet they managed to defeat a lot of powerhouse teams here. Just imagine, they managed to go 2-1 against Paper Rex despite dropping the series.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. And I mean, it just doesn't stop there, right? It doesn't stop there. ONIC is definitely one of the teams that everyone is looking forward to as well, and they already got a game ahead of them. Not only that, right? How would I call this? It's not just that, they do it in a dominating fashion as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. And right now they have to watch for it. They have to watch out, actually, because it's actually a big statement coming in from BRU, and they are just showing their prowess every single game, and they have been evolving a lot. But right now for game number 2, they have to be on their footing once again. They have to do the same. They have to be consistent, actually, and don't make ONIC discover your secrets.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. But here we go. Buriram United Esports, they are being the one that's aggressive this game around. Confusion is gonna be popped up here just to sun a bit into that of the Mirai Dome. It's still not gonna be enough to put it down. So
sure, right now they're gonna be fighting for the birds, and actually I thought they would have to engage into a mid skirmish out there, but the Zacian decided to cancel it immediately after getting the XPs that they need. So this is a matter of fact that BRU is trying to play safe in order for them not to be gapped out immediately by ONIC, because if ONIC gets the upper hand and they would have difficulties catching up in terms of XP, that will be the biggest problem that they could actually face in this game.
Right, for sure, for sure. I totally agree with you. But with that being said, though, we're gonna be seeing a bit of a, some kind of objective here. The burst is gonna be coming up in just a bit as well, just like 40 seconds. But we're gonna be seeing some bit of a like poking into that other central area where Ayaka with that other Lich is trying to get in a bit of the burst as well as AXQ just tries to poke them out, give a bit of an information into towards their team.
For sure, they need that information in order to have an upper hand into the objectives. But so far, first 2 minutes and 30 seconds, 15 seconds of the game, those scores are being leaked. It's pretty quiet. It's just a matter of objectives. Just go for the XPs, and potentially this could be the moment they have been waiting for. After the objective, or before the objective rather, they have to force the team fight and go for the knockouts.
Oh no, yeah, definitely we're gonna be seeing some action here when the birds come out in 2, 1. Here we go. Let's find out who's going to be able to take that one out. But look at that. The clash is happening up top. Where is the fight? There we have it. Asian is up here, putting up some damage into the goodbye. Unfortunately, not going to be enough to take it down. And look at that, though. Another one here into Ear. Tries to get away with a Dark Cry. Still low with HP. Going to be taken out. It's going to be a 1-for-2 trade here in favor of ONIC who rise. But the question is, would they be able to push away Buriram United Esports to secure this Regieleki? Not quite yet. Not with a Trevenant in mind here. Not with a Wood Hammer. They're not going to be able to take down this Regieleki. But never mind. They were able to buy a lot of time here and take away this Regieleki from Buriram United Esports. And now they are just pushing it forward to the first third score goal.
Yeah, and Luna doing the works of wonders here, doing some multiple surfs around in this area in order for them to get the upper hand or get the zoning capabilities for them to secure the Regieleki. And right now, they're focusing themselves in order to shoot it into the goal zone.
And as we say that, the LDL is going to be taken out in the process, whereas everyone else is low into the side of Buriram United Esports. And look at this, though. ONIC Rise, with that of the bite, slowly but surely trying to push in as well with Ilona coming in with the side dock.
With the side dock right now. I love how Iluna plays. You just have to disrupt the rotation of your opponents, and that could actually provide a lot from your team, knowing that you could get enough spacing for your team, and number 2, you could actually secure much more wild Pokemons, especially in the forest, because it really does spawn for quite some time, and definitely you would want to maximize the wild Pokemons all the way to the forest. But Registeel, Eyes of the Prize, Buriram United Esports is going to be here.
Yep, Bliss Assistance is going to be able to make use of that, and they're going to be able to secure that of the Registeel as well. Going to be able to take down that of the Garchomp and the Eldegoss as well. Meteor Sword is going to be popped up as well, but they're still not going to be able to put in some scores. Electro Drip is going to be popped up here, but the answer here coming in from Ear is still not enough. There comes in the nasty plot into that of the Darkrai, but just enough to push them away. Not going to be able to destroy the first score goal as well.
Yeah, and this is what I like for Buriram United Esports. They haven't been forcing enough team fights so that they know that they can't win or in a 50-50 situation. They just want to make sure that, they get the objective, they have to back out immediately, and they just need the buffs, actually. And if they have advantage in terms of number, why not just go for the team fight? But right now, this is very disciplined rotations coming in from their team. After the objective, march upward all the way into the Regieleki and potentially get the Regieleki and convert it into a score for their team.
Yeah, and with that being said, though, Regieleki is now up and running once again. So definitely there's going to be another team fight here to know who is ever is going to be able to take down this Regieleki. Electric Drip is going to be popped up here as well as Trevenant tries to repel away ONIC Rise here so that they can secure the Regieleki. But I think they would have a hard time here. Disable is going to be popped up into the surf just to be able to allow them to get a bit of a spacing here, allowing that Regieleki to put in some, HP back up, and Saya is going to be popped out as well. And here you go, going to be able to take down the Blissey and that of the Miraidon as well. But unfortunately, Zacia is going to be able to secure that Regieleki for themselves as ONIC Rise now pushes Buriram United Esports back as they score and destroy the first score goal. Well, actually, not quite yet, but very sad. It's now very sad going back down to the Pokemon Center. Are they? No, not quite yet. But at least they were able to score the first score goal.
Yeah, for sure. And they managed to get the grip of it despite losing the objective a while ago. So that was actually a big win still coming in from ONIC Rise because they were able to defend the Regieleki from rushing down all the way from their goal zone. And they managed to take down a goal zone at the side of Buriram United Esports. So there's actually a win situation for them despite not getting the objective. So Buriram United Esports shifted their attention all the way into the Regis. But right now,
Right.
I don't see any opening for them in order to score another goal.
And also, we have to remember as well, right? Like, yes, Buriram United Esports may only have 14 points. ONIC Rise has 200. But look at the XPs here. Dude, Buriram United Esports across the board is still in the lead in comparison to that of ONIC Rise. Sure, Eeyore is currently at level 13, but that's just Eeyore.
Oh yeah, and that's going to be tough, especially when Buriram United Esports could actually afford a shutdown. They would garner a lot of XP rewards and make it even more difficult inside of ONIC Rise. So I feel like that would be their main prioritization, especially that time is already ticking. So ONIC Rise has to force that team fight to happen.
Pupaza getting isolated here by ONIC Rise. I think they're going to be able to take it out. Yezari not going to be able to proc in the focus band, but at the very least, right, like at least they would have their Unite moves and they will be ready as well for that of the Rayquaza when it comes out. But then again, there's still 10 more seconds for that of the Reggie Electi to come up. So definitely huge progress here for Rise if they are going to be able to take it for themselves. But only 7 seconds, not quite enough.
Alright, that's a good wood hammer to start things off, but the amount of damage that ONIC Rise has been dealing at the side of Buriram United Esports is really phenomenal, and that would give a lot of a hard time for Pupaza to go into the front line. So this is actually more than 50-50, but that Electro Drift could really save their fights later on.
Oh yeah, for sure. But here you go though. Disable to start things off into the Surf. Gonna be popping up. Mystical Kiss is gonna be popping as well. Fight the Forest. There you have it. The Bliss Assistance into the Mirino is gonna be popped up as well. And there you go. Fairy Floric gonna be popped up. Corner Cloud Crash as well. Limited Outrage gonna be popping up, but not quite of a damage to do against that of Buriram United Esports. But at the very least, they are currently low. Look at that. Meteor Sword is going to be popped up as well. Huge damage to ONIC Rise, but it's still not enough. The fight is still not over. They need to regroup before they can get in for another team fight. Darkrai still has Worst Nightmare, and we have the Sovereign Sword as well into the side of Zation, but then again, it only has 3 points, so it's still not going to be, the maximum damage going into the team fight.
Yeah, for sure. And right now, Buriram United Esports really has to step up their game. They have to force their way inside the Rayquaza, and ONIC Rise has been doing a phenomenal zoning capabilities, especially with Illuna.
Yeah, but we have to remember, Ayaka still has Revenant Rand. Are they going to be popping it off? Where is Ayaka? Where do they need them? Guardians are going to be able to take down that Mirino, and look at that. The Revenant Rand is going to be taken out as well. That is a Psyduck and securing the Rayquaza for themselves as well. And just like that, Buriram United Esports once again has done it with their own formula. Yes, they might have been losing the first stage of the game, but Rayquaza is where they shine.
Yes, definitely. And right now, it's all about going back into their Pokemon Center, go back to their base. And I love how Buriram United Esports really invested their Unite moves in order to secure that Rayquaza. With the power of Revenant Rem and the Sovereign Sword, they managed to land the last hit. They actually that was more of a Revenant Rem last hit, but for the sake of making sure that they can secure it, Sovereign Sword was there for the follow-up for their team, and that made it actually a very clutch moment for their team and wiping out ONIC Rise into 2-0.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. I mean, like, Reverend Rend is it's not as strong, right? It wasn't as strong as you'd like it to be, but still enough for you to be able to secure your Rayquaza. Sure, doesn't have its full potential with the charge, right, for